I'm glad you respect me. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely.
How about all your proud moments? What are you the proudest of?
Oh, I have so many. I mean,
Fire away.
you know, being a dad was one of my proudest moments for both of my kids.
How old are your kids now?
They are now 16 and 14, which
16,
I
14.
still, like, I woke up this morning, I can't even fathom how that happened. It seemed to me they were just little kids helping me at races, and now they're
Time
both in
flies.
high school in Auburn. So, after that, 2008 winning the fitness gold medal of our entire country was one of my proud moments. It's all done on a point system, based on your fitness level.
Right.
And I amassed somewhere like 130,000 points in a year, which is the equivalent. And that year I ran 3,288 miles on foot. So,
Wow.
I amassed a lot of miles. Not as many as my cousin over the year. He's amazing. He was an amazing athlete.
Who's your cousin?
Don Miller.
Don Miller.
He was an amazing runner for so many years, but I'm proud of it nonetheless.
That's great. That's great. Why do I know Don Miller? It sounds familiar to me.
He was an amazing runner from this area. He ran many local events. I mean, his team, I think, won the Great Race for
Okay.
many different
Oh,
years.
is that John's son or something?
No, that's my Uncle Don's son.
Uncle Don's son. Okay, I got it.
So, he was a huge stepping stone into getting me into running late in my life.
Right.
Which most people start their running careers in their 15s, 16s. I started in my 30s, which
Right.
I still don't know if it was a smart thing to do, but I had an amazing time, helping sick kids all over the world, with my running.
Right. That's good. Now, working out of the mall, you were there for how long, would you say?
4 years.
4 years.
Yep.
But, and a lot of things have happened in those 4 years. But
Oh, yeah.
what do you project that's going to end up with the mall?
I can't say, to be honest. I mean, I've kind of lost touch with what's going on over there.
Right.
I mean, retail in general is a tough market.
Right.
It's the big box stores aren't coming to these type of demographics anymore, and if they are, they want rent for free. The small businesses are, when we used to have, you talked before we started this about back in the day, it used to be a mom and pop on every corner.
Yeah. Yep.
Nowadays, people don't want to shop at those type of stores. They want to,
Yep.
they want to hit one Walmart and get everything over there, which
Yeah.
I'm not too keen on that. I mean, I support Maxwell's every week if I can. I'm all about that. So
I'll see you there. I do too.
I ran into you there, wasn't
That's
it, back
right.
in the summer?
That's
so
right.
we live and breathe our mantra of supporting community. So.
Yeah, they're a great place to be. Let me tell you, I love Wegmans, but boy, you pay the dues when you go in there with your own life, because you could be
Yeah.
run over by those little old ladies pushing their carts into the back of your heels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope to live to be long enough to be that type of person when I'm in my 70s and 80s, just so I could be that person. So.
Yeah. No, they do a nice job over there.
Oh,
They-
absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of great pillars of retail in our community, but it's going forward. It's going to be a little tougher for a little longer, I
Oh,
think.
sure. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, there aren't many left like Maxwell's. I mean, that's
No, there are, and if you look at the last 5 years, and maybe even go back 10 years, we might rebuild retail on one side of the community, and then it dies on the other side, and then next 5 years we might rebuild it there, and then it dies on the other side.
Sure.
So it's going to be interesting, especially with Amazon and all these online places that people really need to support local rather than pulling the trigger on Amazon all the time.
Right.
I know my wife might throw something at me when she sees this, but it's just the truth of the matter. I mean, if we're gonna rebuild as a community, we've got to do it by supporting the community,
Right.
supporting the events, supporting the businesses, the small businesses. If not,
Yep.
it's just going to be a cycle over and over again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Then what else is going on in your life today? So anything in particular?
Well, currently I'm working for a company called DCS and Biz Exposure. They're based out in Shortsville, but they are run by an amazing person named Jacob Weed, who, at a pivotal point in my life this year, I knew him for a couple years before that, but I really said, hey, if there's ever any opportunity, I'd like to work for you, because he's all about ethics and he's all about community, he's all about family, and that's what I'm all about, and that's what we're all about in that business. Biz Exposure is helping. Currently, we just moved into the Auburn area. We're helping a couple local businesses. I just did an install at the Apple Station Winery. We're doing some work for Downtown Delhi, the Double Days, and there's a slew of others.
That we haven't covered.
No, that's it. I mean,
No.
I can't think of really of much else. I just appreciate you having me on and
Well, it's a
get
pleasure
me-
to have you on.
get me back in front of the camera again for the
And I wish you a lot of good
second
health.
time this year. So
yeah, good for you. Good to have you back.
I'll be back, and I'll be helping a lot of. Hopefully, my events will be helping a lot of charities out in 2018.
I hope you're right. Absolutely.